marketing! That's right everyone, Dragon Ball Super episode 93's rolled along, and oh god, the old fanboys are gonna be happy with this one. Or irate. I don't know anymore. You're the 10th warrior, Goku Visits Frieza. They seem to be giving away tournament invites and packets of cereal nowadays. It's lost any kind of meaning. Where we last left off, Goku hit on the brilliant idea that having Frieza in the tournament to power would be fantastic. I mean, thanks to Beerus's ranting, it was just perfect. And understandably, half of the animation budget has been used to animate Krillin's stretchy mouth face. Frieza! Yeah, you can tell where it went. Goku is left nonplussed. As are we. Goku then tries to explain the situation by saying, well, Dende says that King Yama said that Frieza's not learned his lesson. He's a very bad boy. So, he's still in hell? Is that good enough for you? Understandably, the gang are left nonplussed. As are we. Understandably, Vegeta is not best pleased. Not only does he have to fight alongside his old mortal enemy, but then also they have to revive him in order to do it, which kind of negates everything they've been trying to do to try to stop Frieza up until this point. It's all been for nothing, all for naught, just because Goku can't think of another idea. Goku's justification for all of this is, like back with him and Vegeta in the Buu saga, fortune teller Barber can bring someone back for up to 24 hours, so they just bring Freezy Pop back, have him fight, then send him back to hell after that. Quick and easy. Okay, Goku, you know that Frieza is already quite the slippery customer, but there's another problem here. You remember when you used that thing with Barber and you kind of burnt through all of your energy before the day was up in Super Saiyan 3? Yeah, Golden Frieza is a lot stronger than Super Saiyan 3, so who's to say that he won't burn through all of his energy before the tournament's up? The Supreme Kai says that that is a totally ridiculous idea, but at this point, I've kind of stopped listening to what Shin has to say because, yeah, if you can't keep your universe together, then you're not worth my attention. Do your job better, mate, and then we'll talk. Vegeta then brings up a really good point. Surely the Universe 7 team is strong enough to not need Frieza at this point, right? I mean, they can win, right? Goku doesn't answer this and then shifts the onus onto Whis. What? In just one action, Goku basically said to all of his friends, "You're a bunch of weaklings, the only thing I can do right now is rely on my most mortal enemy." So much faith in your friends, Goku. Beautiful. Whis, being the non-committal angel that he is, just basically says, maybe, maybe not. Such wise words. He then states that they should be careful because there are mortals out there more powerful than the God of Destruction. Which universe though? Can he help? Oh, well, he doesn't know that. He doesn't really care in the business of other universes. Oh, Whis, that was so helpful. Thank you. Goku then claims that if Frieza ever goes rogue, that he and Vegeta can take him out no problem. Yeah, that's fine. Just so long as there are no laser guns near Goku's direction, yeah? Goku then finally remembers that he can do instant transmission, and whisks himself off to King Yama's place to ask for permission to talk to Frieza. All the while, a small spy from another universe has actually been watching them from afar, trying to figure out their strategy, and they heard the whole thing. Back in the afterlife, the space between well and come is still present as King Yama is still stamping the fates of many dead souls. Whilst also having a really big head throughout this entire scene, much bigger than usual. Perhaps it's Goku who shoved the big head right now because he's just like a fountain of knowledge at this point in comparison to King Yama. Also, he neglects to mention to Yama that this whole universal destruction dealie that they then have to take care of was all Goku's doing. He quietly just forgot to mention that part. Oh no, if we lose, the universes will be destroyed. How horrifying! Please help me. Totally not my fault. Yama is completely suckered in by this, but he does add the caveat that if anything were to happen, then he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And also, try not to do anything on Earth, so that means he doesn't actually have to talk to Frieza again, because, yeah, he was pretty annoying when he came back through the Heaven's Gate twice. Wait, we have to go to another universe. Yeah, we have to, really, in these episodes. We're going back to, Universe 6, and Caulifla is now being the teacher in order to try and get Kale to go Super Saiyan. She's trying her hand at teaching / shouting the whole tingly back feeling to Kale, but it's really going nowhere. Kale is really pushing the demure shtick as she's basically going, oh, I can't do it. I'm just this. And yeah, okay, her voice is just ridiculously cute. I don't think this voice actress knew what she signed up for, as we'll see later. Naturally, Caulifla doesn't notice the struggle as she's thinking Super Saiyan is just the easiest thing ever. As do most of the fandom now, much to their chagrin. Also, I thought Cabba was the teacher here. Since when did Caulifla take over? Oh right, oh yeah, of course. She's the crazy biker gang leader lady. So yeah, she's gonna take over any situation. After yet more recycled animation, Caulifla goes to Super Saiyan, and this is actually mesmerizing Kale. Cabba then tries to show the Super Saiyan form to Kale too, without really explaining anything. He just kind of does it. Okay? Naturally, Kale gives it a go, and we notice that something is different right from the start. Green energy is popping from her back, so we know something's coming, but we're not gonna get it yet. This is just a tease, just hold your horses. Maybe a lot longer than we thought, I don't really know, because this whole thing is a complete mess. This lesson of Super Saiyans, because Caulifla's taking part, then Cabba's taking part. I don't know what's going on anymore, only the fact we're going to get Fen Broly in a couple of minutes. But in the end, it looks like we're going back to the old school thought from Cabba and the whole insult shtick. But it turns out though, and it's actually quite funny, that Caulifla is just as bad at giving insults as Cabba. But she's claiming that, oh, I don't want to insult my protege. I mean, how could you, Cabba? How dare you? Yeah, she actually turns it straight back to Cabba in terms of blame. After Cabba takes the reins and then makes Kale cry instead of getting angry, the whole lesson turns into an argument/shouting match, which then leaves Kale in the middle, and understandably, she's a little upset and stressed out by this. Turns out that all this arguing has made Kale feel worthless and not worth caring about, and this is all making things tingle inside of her, and it's actually working. All this emotional trauma's gotta go somewhere, and it's going straight to her back. Also, why do I get the feeling that we're gonna see merchandise with the phrase, I'm just somewhere soon? I bet it will happen. With Kale on it, yeah, I'm gonna call that right now. Yep, okay, yep, it's definitely Broly, there's no denying it. It's complete rip from the first movie, even in the dialogue, when she says, Cabba, I'm going to kill you first. It just replaced Cabba with Kakarot, and then you got it. You happy now, Broly fans? So yeah, you remember that spy from earlier? Turns out he was working for Universe 4 and the god of destruction, Kitela. And this god is absolutely loving the fact that Beerus had to resort to a dead man for help. Seems like Universe 4 is sitting pretty, but we can't dawdle right now because we gotta go to hell. Literally, as Goku is approaching Frieza's cocoon very slowly. Are we trying to instill drama here, Toei? Because it's not working. We get the slow turnaround of Frieza's cocoon, again trying to be dramatic, but since the whole thing's been spoiled like a month in advance, there's nothing there. Good going, guys. But having said that, the next scene with Frieza and Goku just looking at each other with minimal dialogue does redeem the scene somewhat in terms of intrigue and mystery and tension. So yeah, okay, overall, not bad. Not bad, this scene. I'm also getting vibes of Silence of the Lambs. Does Frieza like some sensu beans with his Chianti? As this goes on though, I really feel that this scene is framed extremely well. Whoever directed this scene deserves a gold star. I can only imagine had we not been spoiled with the information from before, this would have been amazing. Back to Universe 6 though, and the Brolyisms are flowing, with even some of his attacks appearing in Kale. And yeah, Caulifla, you want to try reasoning with Kale? I wouldn't want to do that because she is pretty inconsolable, because she's after Cabba. She's gonna kill Cabba, and he'll still get the blame for it. Man, this is not Cabba's day, is it? Ki is rising, overflowing, the same composing shot of the scream, and then the energy flowing only to the arm instead of the chest. That scene is ripped from the first Broly movie! Come on guys, you couldn't be any more blatant! Caulifla then steps in and actually turns Super Saiyan 2 and does nothing with it other than just blocking an attack. I don't think she even knows she's done it. That's it? Such an iconic form and it's only used to bat the Ki Blast out of the way? Okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. But I can understand that Universe 6 Saiyans may have a different physiology and genetics, which I will be covering next week in a discussion, so tune in for that. It then gets weirder because she basically tells Kale, oh, you thought that I'm after Cabba? That I'm interested in him? No, I'm not. Why would I go for such a dummy? And that actually works. And that knocks Kale out of the form. Oh well, at least Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla does look kinda cool. Shame it didn't happen during the tournament. That would have been better, but oh well. Frieza is looking quite cool as he's released from his cocoon and has heard everything about the tournament. Then he immediately refuses the invitation just to be a complete jerk. Goku calls his bluff and he goes, "Oh no, wait, I was totally joking, you filthy monkey. I mean, friend." Frieza immediately plays Goku and states that if Universe 7 wins the tournament, then they have to use the Dragon Balls, it doesn't matter which ones, he's not picky, to be brought back to life. I mean, it's obvious really, of course he'd want to be revived. Goku, what a plonker you are! To make things worse for Goku, Frieza plays him even more, stating, "You want to see me stronger, don't you? I know you. You want to see me get even stronger than Golden Frieza. I'm going to give you that." You know, the funny thing is, I know you're playing me, but you're right. Barba at first looks like she's not going to acquiesce to Goku's request in bringing Frieza back to life, but then complies with a statement only a few seconds later. In fact, in the same breath. Wow, that was an actual tour de force of denial. As an exchange for Barba's kindness, Goku then presents Zeno's magic button to her. That's what you think of him now? Really? You're just gonna give it to Barba? I mean, naturally she doesn't want it, but wow. Goku, you're so fickle right now, I can't even. Can we just end this episode right now? Goku's really bothering me. Well, it looks like it'll happen soon as Kitella's formulating a plan to take out Beerus of Universe 7. Ooh, a really intriguing plan. They better be quick though, because they've only got 90 minutes left to do it. So, okay, watch this space there. All in all, this episode was alright. It felt a bit lacking in places, it felt a bit frustrating in places, but on the whole, it was passable. However, I have to take points off for the fact that the writers were really struggling to come up with something compelling. You felt like they were almost there in places, but then just dropped the ball at the last minute. They had to shoehorn in a couple of cheap workarounds, you know, with Goku giving Frieza an offer, and then Kale falling out of the Super Saiyan form. It just felt a bit, really? But it did confirm that the supposed love triangle of Universe 6 is not a thing, because Kale is fancying someone, and it isn't Cabba from the looks of it. Either way, from the looks of it from the preview, it looks like we're going to head to the Tournament of Power at the end of episode 94, with the main event starting in either episode 95 or 96. Whatever happens, it's getting close. We are almost at the main event here, people, and I'm looking forward to it. At least I hope I should look forward to it. Anyway, that's my review for Dragon Ball Super episode 93. Tune in next time for my review of episode 94. Until the next one, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later!